Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. Last episode, we died in the vault because we took too long and we lost everything. So that's great. And I spent quite a bit of time between episodes getting new gear ready to go. I did make another dank, only one though, because frankly, I don't have the resources to make too many more than this. I could technically make like one more, but I really don't want to spend all of my Wutudai gems, these guys, on danks. I want to have at least a couple left over just in case we need them for something else. But as far as the gear goes, we'll just go through it fairly quickly here. We got a Vault Sword with okay damage, but it has 2 levels, extra durability. The other option for that one was, let's see here, this one, right? Yeah, this sword right here, which had slightly higher base damage. I think it was like 9.28 versus 9.12 or something like that. So it had slightly higher base damage, but it only had 1 level, and this one had 2, and this one already had plus 500 durability on it, whereas this one didn't have a modifier at all. So I was like, you know what, I'll sacrifice the slight damage for a chance at better modifiers. Then, as far as the boots, the armor goes, we got a helmet that gives us cooldown reduction, a chest plate that gives us luck, which is going to be super good, knockback resistance leggings. These were kind of, I think I only had like 2 or 3 pairs of leggings at most. Yeah, I had that one and this one, and then netherite. And that was my only options. And this one also has knockback resistance, but slightly worse. It had 1 less repair and I think slightly lower armor resistance or something like that. So, like, the leggings or whatever, we could definitely use a new pair. And boots. Unfortunately, we don't have our speed boots anymore, so that's a, sad face. But these will have to do for now. They do have 1 level on them. That's another one that I wouldn't mind replacing if we can find a good pair. I've got tons of boots, but none of them are that good. Like, these have 4 armor, which was kind of the biggest thing. This is the only one right here, the only other one that has 4 armor, and this had no additional modifier at all. And this one also has, and that one gives us armor toughness, so maybe that would have been a slightly better choice, but like this one's common, so maybe we'll get a better chance at modifier. I don't know. Either way, I wouldn't mind finding a new pair of Vault boots. And then I did go ahead and make a new Paxel and a new magnet. And I made a bunch of these arena crates, and that's pretty much it. Like, I had to make a new shard pouch. I mean, it stinks that we lost everything, for sure. Especially the thing I'm most sad about is losing 4 danks altogether. Like, that's rough. But, the show must go on, and we can still make it work. It should be fine. Did I ever empty these chests? I actually didn't. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and empty all of these chests. Actually, you can just come with me. You can just go in here. I'm going to empty out these chests, and then I think we're going to start out with a bit of a vault montage. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the montage. We did okay. 3 vaults. First one was strong. Then we got a luckier, extended, and slowed vault, and a frail, fast, and difficult vault. And we did, pretty okay. Tons of blocks, a decent amount of vanilla stuff, a good amount of vanilla ores. And then in here, we did get another BlueFoxMusic gem, which is huge. I think now the only thing we need to make be able to make 2 pogs is a Puffium gem, I think. We got a couple of different axes and boots and idols and things like that. I don't know if any of this is going to be super worth it, but there is only one way to find out, so let's just roll those real quick. I did already open all the mystery boxes and the... vault, or the booster packs or whatever, and there wasn't anything of note. So that's fine. Common Vault Axe. Yeah. The Wendar's idol, I guess, is like, okay. Extra reach? Sure. That's something at least. We did, unfortunately, I was going to fight a boss, I think in the second vault. Yeah, in the luckier extended slow vault. I was going to fight a boss in that one, and it had a ridiculous amount of HP, and I had to bail. So unfortunately, we lost the vault idol that we were using, but I made another. I just put Unbreaking 3 on this one instead, and we survived. We made it out in one piece. One thing that I did notice was this right here. It's a gifter statue that's making ancient debris. Like, that seems really good. Maybe it's just me, but like being able to get multiple stacks of ancient debris just sounds ridiculous. The rest of this stuff, I don't think I even want. It's just going to take up inventory space that, to be honest, is already kind of getting to be a little bit in short supply. So I'm just going to put those directly into the cauldron without even getting the blocks from them. Then we got some different trader things here. I think we had 5. So let's just throw those in. There we go. And it should be these 5 right here. This one, Legendary Treasure. Sure. And then this one, Void Upgrade. That's actually really good because I don't know why. Like, I'm trying to think of a way that this could be abused, but the Void Upgrade is insanely expensive considering all it does is destroy items that don't fit into the storage drawer. That's all it does. And it requires an Echo Gem for each Void Upgrade. And normally I like to put a Void Upgrade on all of each one of my storage drawers. So that would be like, that's a lot of Echo Gems, and like Echo Gems are pretty rare, so I don't know why that is so expensive, but it is, so sure, I guess. But I do want to go ahead and get that Legendary Treasure and see what we've got there. Probably nothing crazy, but I mean, hey, what else am I going to spend my Vault Silver on? I might as well do it. There we go. What do we got? We got a unidentified Vault Helmet, and it's going to be a normal helmet, so sure. What do we got here? Scrappy. I thought it said it was going to be a normal helmet. I've been had. Okay, well, that was not great. But yeah, being able to get a Void Upgrade for 3 Vault Silver or whatever it was is honestly pretty good. Because, like, an Echo Gem it would take for that, and that's very expensive. So, anyway, as far as other stuff goes, that's pretty much it. Oh, except for one major thing. We actually did get Star Essence. In a... Ooh, Prismarine. I should probably put these there as well. The white alabaster I don't care about. Sorry, I'm very much in like a getting distracted by things mode at the moment. But we do have Prismarine here, so let's throw that down just on this chest. That'll be fine. And then this white alabaster one, again, I don't even want the blocks. I'm just going to toss them in there. Okay, anyway, as I was saying... we did get a bunch of star essence, and obviously we already had some star essence just sort of sitting around. So we can actually make an additional knowledge star here, which is pretty great. Ooh, except I might actually be a vault diamond short. Unless there's got to be a vault diamond in here somewhere, right? Yeah, I was going to say, I ran 3 vaults. We must have gotten at least 1 vault diamond out of that. Okay, so we'll be fine. So let's just make a vault diamond block. And then we're going to need a bunch of, I think it's Larimar for the knowledge star core. Yeah. So we need 1, 2, we need 4 of those, 1 of those, and then 8 of those. And there we go. Knowledge star. Beautiful. So we will just munch on that real quick. And now the question becomes, what do we actually want to even spend it on? Because I've been kind of looking through here. We have 3 unspent skill points right now, which is wonderful. I think I do want to spend at least 1 of them on another level of Rampage. And then that leaves us with 1. We could go Summon Eternal. I would need... I don't have the ability to make an Eternal yet. And again, before we can actually do that, we need a Cryo Chamber, which is really easy to make, except for it requires a Pog. And that's a little bit of an ask right now, so maybe we hold off on that for the time being. We could hold on to the last one and just do something else with it. We could get a level of Mega Jump. I don't hate it. Or we could save a point and get a level of Tank, which also seems really useful. I think I'm going to save it for now. And we'll either get a level of Tank, or if I get enough for if I do more vaults and get enough for a Pog to make Cryo Chambers, then maybe we will do that instead. But as for the knowledge, we got a couple options here. We could get Vault Blacksmith, which, to be honest, I need anyway, because if you start looking through some of the recipes, Vault... If you look at Vault Ingots, which you require Vault Blacksmith to make, they're actually used for a lot of different things. Primarily, it's going to be making your own, like, chest pieces and unidentified vault gear. But you also need them to make, like, the Crescent Hammer for thermal. You need it to make a few things from, like, Refined Storage and Applied Energistics. These vault ingots are used for other stuff. So that's an option. We could also just look at vaults. Or is it blacksmith? You can search for blacksmith. This would also allow us to make Paxel charms. So we could always make sure that our Paxel has an enhancement on it. That could maybe be useful. Also gives us the Omega Vault Magnet. But, like, I just don't really know. Like, the normal magnet has been perfectly fine. If this thing had, like, unlimited durability, that would be different. Then I'd be like, yeah, sure. But it doesn't. So, I don't know. But you can make your own repair cores. That's pretty useful. You can make vault etchings and fabrication jewels and all sorts of goodies, but we don't really need this right now. It's just something we are going to need at some point. We could also save up for either immersive engineering or create or some of these other, like, more technical mods. We could also just consider getting a power mod. Like, RF Tools Power doesn't really have a lot in the way of different generators and stuff like that, but it is pretty good. It gives you a basic furnace generator. It gives you one that runs on blaze rods, and it gives you one that uses like a semi-complicated but really cool ender pearl setup. And it's only 1 research point, so that's an option. We could also just save up for power, which is probably going to be our late game power mod. So like there's a lot of different options. We're also going to need either refined storage or applied energistics at some point. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. So many different options. I'm kind of leaning towards building gadgets is 2. I'm kind of leaning towards just taking the Vault Blacksmith thing. That might be the way to go. We could also get another decoration mod, but I think we're just going to take the Vault Blacksmith. We're going to need it at some point later anyway, plus it allows me to do our Paxel, and it doesn't actually increase any of these other ones. So I think that's what we're going to spend it on, other than, and then we'll probably end up getting like a decoration mod next. But hey, it's another thing, so, you know, progress. So I've been doing some thinking, and after some reflection, I think it would actually be very wise for us to learn the Summon Eternal skill. What are the specializations for this, by the way? Increase damage, but we can only summon less Eternals. Inflict debuffs. Okay. Is there a downside? Cooldown, 180-second cooldown. By default, it is a... Okay, so that's the same. And then this one allows us to summon additional Eternals, if available. But I'm only going to have, like, 1 Eternal for a while. So I'm kind of thinking that this Overpower one is the way to go, at least for the moment. Do I... And then I can get a flask, right? Yeah. Remove 1 level. Here we go. Okay, and we already have a flask to change that. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's do the Overpower specialization, at least for now. But first things first, we need all of the various unique gems. Oh, by the way, I've had a few people ask, how am I selecting just 1 item like this? It's the it's from Mouse Tweak, so you just use the scroll wheel. And you can go like, I want however many of whatever. Like, it's actually a super, super useful thing. Okay, so there's 9 gems. I think we need a black opal and a puffium. Or is it a black opal or an... I don't know. It should be something like this. Let's find out. So we need to make a pog. And it looks like it's everything except for the black opal and the echo gem. Okay. So there we go. We have now created our first ever pog, and this is used for just a ton of different crafting recipes. But what we need to make is a cryo chamber. And it's actually not that hard to make. It's just a bunch of iron, so like, and a single glass pane, and then a pog, which is a nightmare to make. But the rest of it is really easy. So there we go. We have now made our first ever cryo chamber. And where do I want to put this? I guess I think the sensible place to put it would be like right here, right next to this vendor. Actually, let's scoot it over just 1. So then the way that you fill this thing up is you put stuff in it. You've put these traders in there, and you can pull stuff out of your vending machine by shift left clicking. So like all these ones that are already sold out, they're not doing me any good. So we can just get rid of all of those. There we go. And then you can put them into here. And then this thing will slowly fill up with like essence of stuff and things until eventually it is full. And then once it is full, it's not a very fast process, as you can see. But each one is maybe, I don't know, 5% or something like that. And then we can also come through and just look for the trades that like are bad. Like, I'm not going to be spending a silver on that. I'm not going to spend 2 silver on that or this. That's not worth it. These definitely aren't worth it. Ooh, I didn't realize we still had that in there. That's pretty good. Nah. Don't need any of this stuff that gives me just vanilla things. Don't really need that. Don't need that. Probably not that. Definitely not that. Just kind of looking through here. And then between all of these, oh, hey, we got a Pandora's box. Nice. That's the other thing that can potentially happen when you put a trader in here that has not already used their trade. You get a Pandora's box from it, which is pretty nice. So, are we completely full now? Or do we need one more? There we go. We needed one more, I think. I'm just going to keep dumping stuff in. Ah, there we go. Success! We have created our first Eternal. And it looks like we should be able to rename this, I believe. Yeah, here we go. So we could rename this, like, I don't know, something like that. And then he can join us in the vault. That could be kind of cool. Just a thought. In the meantime, we'll put all of these back into the vending machine. There we go. Can turn off the magnet as well. Okay, so then we've got some Pandora's boxes to open. Let's just do these real quick. See if maybe we got anything particularly good. Wholesome pizza. Okay, so this actually gives our Eternal experience, which is pretty useful considering we just created an Eternal. So I think, how does this work? Do you, like, I'm not sure how to feed the Eternal. Maybe you have to do it, yeah, I don't know. But he's got a few different abilities. So this is the Eternal menu. He is unleveled right now. He can only reach level 1 at the moment because he's just a basic dude. But we've got a couple abilities here. We've got Wither 1, we've got Wither 2, and then we've got Parry 4, which will increase our ability to parry. You can also increase various stats, but I believe we're going to choose applies Wither 2 to enemies within a radius around him. That seems really good. Now, as for how to level him up, that I don't know. Do I have to summon him? Can I just, like, you can only summon him in the vault. I mean, there's got to be a way. Also, we did get a couple of these different vault gear pieces as well. Anything good? Withering 2 Cloud. Okay. And then a common vault helmet and some vault leggings. Okay, so that's fine. You can also apply gear. They can wear vault gear. So for now, I'm just going to toss this stuff in here. But if we have any, I don't think I really have much. I've got a couple pairs of boots. I do not really have a sword or anything, so I'll have to enchant some stuff up. But you can put stuff, you can give your Eternal armor, and then they will wear it. So if we right-click on this, you can see, and that'll get his armor up a bit, and you can, I'm assuming this is weapon slot here. But then as he levels up, we'll be able to increase like his health and damage and speed and all that kind of good stuff. So all in all, this guy will be really helpful inside the vaults because he can help you kill bosses. He's like a little familiar that follows you around and attacks enemies for you. But the important part is that when it comes to bosses, he'll be able to continue putting pressure on the boss while I heal. And that's the thing that makes bosses so hard, is the fact that if you don't hit them for long enough, they heal up. And that's a huge problem. And they heal, like, insanely quickly, too. Like, you can go, I can just, like, run and glug a potion real quick, and by the time I'm done, it's like they're back to full health, and we're essentially starting the fight over. And that is very rough. Yeah, look at that. Ancient debris statue. What a steal. So having an Eternal like this will allow us to make sure that the boss is still actually taking damage while we are healing. Also, he may actually just take some of the aggro from the boss as well, which is, also relatively useful. Obviously, we're going to need to make sure that he is properly equipped with decent armor and a weapon and, all that kind of good stuff. But this guy's going to be great for us. He's going to help us out a lot. And I am excited to use him, but that's probably going to have to wait for a future episode because, my friends, we are out of time for this one. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.